One of the classes that I teach here involves an interdisciplinary focus on the role of law in the aftermath of massive political violence, ethnic cleansing, genocide, crimes against humanity, war crimes, for example. And what we do in that seminar is we begin the class by learning what international law and American law has to say on that subject. So we define some of the major crimes, and we do, I guess, about a third to half the semester is spent just doing black letter law. And this is an area where the black letter is extremely rich. There's a tremendous amount of jurisprudence, both from international courts and tribunals and national courts and tribunals. Then in the second half of the session, what we do is take an interdisciplinary perspective. Instead of learning the law, I really try to emphasize what the limits are to law in terms of restructuring societies, delivering justice, and making amends or reparations for terrible levels of systematic violence. We take a number of case studies. It includes Nazi Germany, Rwanda, Sierra Leone, Cambodia, the former Yugoslavia. And we also have a session that looks at issues that involve war crimes or terrorism. That is a much more sort of recent phenomenon here, for example, after 9/11. And in that section of the course, I try to introduce the students to political science materials, ethnographic materials, studies from outside of the law that suggest that, you know, just prosecuting and punishing a handful of people for something like genocide doesn't necessarily deliver justice to large numbers of citizens. I would say that W&L's big advantage is that in a small place, we will open your doors to the world. And in light of our small size, our large number of faculty that are actively interested in international law, that you will have the opportunity to take and specialize in the courses that you have an interest. Because of our commitment to this field, we've launched, I would say, 3 or 4 major curricular initiatives that distinguish us from other law schools. First, the compulsory first-year class. We treat international law no differently than we treat contracts, torts, property, crim, professional responsibility. It is central to our vision of what a lawyer of the 21st century needs to look like, be like, and how she or he needs to think. And because we've got that course embedded within the core of our curriculum, it frees students up to take a broader variety of courses in international in their upper years. Our second major innovation that distinguishes us from other law schools, I believe, is our Transnational Law Institute that supports a number of students in summer internships, either coordinated through the Institute, or if students manage to obtain one on their own, we can help in terms of resource support. Moreover, through the Transnational Law Institute, we also have a broad array of speakers that we bring in that involve in the past both leading academics and leading practitioners of a broad variety of areas of international law. When you combine that with our curricular focus starting in the first year, I think we have a very unique program. Then our program is made all the more unique by the fact that we have a large number of faculty members here who have interest and expertise in international and comparative law. This isn't a one-person show or a one-trick pony. We have 5, 6, 7 faculty members here that maintain ongoing research interests and ongoing practice interests in a broad variety of areas that relate to international and comparative law. And because of our small size and our student-centered focus, these people are not images or paper tigers. They are real people that will invest effort and time in getting to know you, sharing their ideas with you, and ultimately helping form you as a professional with the sensitivity and the competence to thrive in this particular area. And then I would say our fourth major strength in the international law area is, as I referenced earlier, our blending of the theoretical and the practical, and a number of clinic and practicum courses in international law matters that we offer in the third year that will offer and permit students to have an incredible practical exposure to how this works, the nuts and bolts, whether it's international criminal stuff, whether it's international trade, international human rights, cross-border business. We have a real commitment to international law here, and it's a paradox. We're a small place in rural Virginia, but by the same token, this small place in rural Virginia is one that will prepare, I'm proud to say, our students to practice in the global centers of capital, the global centers of human rights, in large part because of a major institutional commitment to this area of law. I would say that it's a small place with a big vision. And if you are interested in international law, you won't get lost in the shuffle, you won't get drowned in the crowd. You will be able to take many of the exact classes that you will want with, I think, very engaged, accessible, open instructors approaching these issues from a huge diversity of viewpoints. And at the end of the day, it will matter. You will make a difference, and this place will make a difference to you. And I would say that applies to students who are interested in all areas of the law. I mean, I can only speak to the international programs, but that ethos is going to pervade all areas. And if that matters to you, this is the place.